think I just pulled a muscle. It's great because the guy that owns this Ducati, which has been completely neglected, totally, just lets it sit here. When someone wants to leave or whatever, you know, it gets that much more complicated. Have the choke on a little bit because it's cold out. Going to the grocery. Going to the grocery store. And I just got done telling everybody that I don't ever go places with my wife and my dog on the motorcycle because it's really dangerous. Guess what I'm doing today? Or right now? You're right, I'm going to the grocery with my wife and my dog, so if I die, oh well. Just got finished watching Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Awesome movie, man. I'm a fan of all of the movies, basically. Sí, gracias. Forgot the backpack. That would have been really frustrating when we got to the grocery. Oh, we are here, honey. Oh, where do we put the stuff? I thought about getting some saddlebags for this bike. And I think if I were keeping it, I would. Oh my gosh. Son chocolates, los pedacitos que estaba buscando.
¿En serio?
De plano están en, no sé. My wife just told me that if the dog gets really crazy, to just leave them wherever. No wife's ever said that to any man. Or they have, but it wasn't in a good way. One other thing which I will note right now as we are basically running a test drive, I can hear my wife yelling at the dog. That's always a good way to start things. One thing I will mention is that oh my gosh, don't tell me. Anyway, this is just a terrible anyway, I'm back. The bike for Jesus, I don't even remember what I was saying. That's good. Oh, yes, I'm sorry. So the bike doesn't weigh a lot, right? Has 650, I'm sorry, that's not even true. It has about 560 something cc's, which we established the other day. Now, on this motorcycle, which weighs about 400 something, about the same as Kawasaki Ninja, that's with two people who end up weighing about 300 pounds. It ends up being a little bit difficult for the bike to handle, which is what we're, every time I have to wait longer when I'm turning and stuff because of that. Doesn't help that the motor's cold right now, but it's significant. You notice it. Oh my God, are you kidding me? What are these people even riding? A horse? A donkey? There's a lot of wind right now coming out of I guess it's because of the storm system. I don't know if you all can see it, but there's a bit of a storm system up ahead. But yeah, so multiple people on this bike, really not as fun as one person. Then again, it is kind of a one-person bike. I don't want to say that because it's definitely fun to, you know, take your wife and your dog out. It used to be fun before it became homicidal. It can be good. But when my wife and I have ridden this bike, just the two of us, it's always been pretty fun. I mean, anyone could tell you that having a dog on a motorcycle is not a good idea. And it's true. But I'm going to just leave that part out and comment solely on the two riders as opposed to one. It's okay. It's fine. You'll get over, you know, you'll get by with it, and it's not underpowered. It's not, you know, but I don't like it for two. Then again, I am biased in the sense that I don't like riding with passengers ever anyways on a motorcycle or in cars, really. Tírala. Okay. Alright, well, this has been the worst, as it always is, experience. Es algo, si quieres agarrar la mochila, puedes. God, just get us home. Don't get me wrong, I like and love a lot of things about Guatemala. I do. Truthfully, honestly, I love a lot of things. There are also many moments when I want to not be here anymore. And it's moments like this. A little bit of background on my situation, my wife's situation. I am from Kentucky, love Kentucky, and that doesn't mean that I hate other states, because a lot of people like state rivalries. I'm not really into that whole thing, but I met my wife just barely over a year ago, and just, you know, completely fell in love, as most people do when they meet their wife. And so I ended up moving down here when I graduated from college, which was back in sorry, this truck up there is making the worst exhaust smoke ever. I graduated from college back in May of this year, and I moved down here. And I've been here since then. It's currently January the something, and I've been living here with my wife, and I don't have a job because there are many complicated. That's one thing that really pisses me off about Guatemala. It's exactly what I was talking about with the taillights. Nobody fixes their taillights. No one does, and it's ridiculous. And if you come to Guatemala and you drive a motorcycle here, you will go to the United States and be a much more aware, perceptive, and careful motorcycle rider than you were before, because you have to be on your best behavior and awareness level. And that's probably why sometimes I sound like I'm just sort of talking, is because I'm not really paying attention to what I'm saying. Anyway, so I came down here, moved down here. I can't work because of Guatemalan law, and you know, they've got all their work regulations and stuff. Have to be a resident. Getting residency can take a year or more. Huh? Just got the emergency notice from my wife, so we let the dog off. Anyway, but yeah, so I can't work down here. I've been doing web design, web development stuff, but it's really kind of independent. I have sort of a one-man operation, and I've been doing some of that. Just listen. God, I love that. Anyway, so I've been sort of doing my own independent thing with my that company that I sort of started, and it's been all right. I also started doing some mobile app design for a guy down here who's doing a mobile app. Been working for him. I'm dropping money and change, and so it's been hard. And what we're doing for money is the motorcycles, importing and fixing up, enjoying, of course, and then selling the bikes for a profit. So that's our backstory, and I can't for the life of me remember why the hell I was telling you guys that, but I bet it was interesting. Maybe not. It may have been totally boring. You may be like, well, everybody's got their story. And it's true, everybody does have their story, and some stories don't involve parking your motorcycle in freaking dirt. And I'd like that story. That would be a fun story for me. But I digress as I put the kickstand in the dirt and turn it off. I hope you've enjoyed this stressful ride. As you can tell from my heavy breathing, I didn't. Tomorrow we'll go and check on the Kawasaki. That'll be interesting and fun, and we'll do that together. So, but until that time, take care, be safe, be awesome, and see ya.